Today, we're going to talk about a particular dream I had last night. It's a dream that I've never had before in my years of existence. And I'm going to tie in other topics. And this is not going to be just a dream about bombs or nuclear war. There's many videos out there about that. Make this a educational, a inspirational, a thought-provoking video that's making it something that's actionable, what you can do, what we can do to to avoid disaster, judgment, and what is looming ahead. Because nobody thinks that this can happen to us, calamities and likewise can happen to us. Yet in other places of the world, Sri Lanka, Syria, Ukraine, Africa, almost everywhere else, people are experiencing end time events. So getting to the dream. So in this dream is quick snapshots. And in the dream it felt real, as if I was actually living it. And the thing about these dreams is that it could be you experiencing it, or it could be you in the experience of somebody else, you see. So the dreams don't always apply to you, per se, you see. So in this dream, my attention was called to the window and I saw a huge mushroom cloud, which denotes a nuclear attack. And then large debris accelerated towards me. I went running to the other side of the window and I saw another mushroom cloud, huge mushroom cloud, and large debris accelerating toward me. I was with my family at the time in this house. And before the dream ended, I said, "See, I told you this would happen. I told you." And then I woke up. Now, getting to Doctor Strange Multiverse, if you have seen the movie, it relates to dreams can not always be just mere dreams, but actual realities. This entire world that we live in is mostly empty space. That Albert Einstein said that reality is a persistent illusion, and how there are multi-universes, as we know of in quantum physics with string theory. There's different realities that are weaving in and out of our current reality. This isn't the only reality, but is what we collectively, the reality that we all experience together, is a collective reality, because reality is based on a consensus where information is fed into the vacuum of space, all of information all around us everywhere in the farthest regions of the universe. All that information is connected to the electrons that are scientists poses. Could it be just one electron? Because nobody knows where the position of electron may be. So all this information is connected. We're thinking, we're talking, we're doing. People have come and gone. Information, all that data is connected. It's fed into the vacuum continuously, faster than a millisecond. You see, and that information in the vacuum modulates according to the whole experience of everybody, consensus reality. You see, and it feeds that information back out. You see, so that the world is modulated from the information that's fed in. So we create our reality, but also reality creates us. A reference from Nassim Haramein, if I'm pronouncing his name right. This is a scientist that delves into quantum physics and things in the metaphysics and spiritual subjects. So that we live in a consensus reality, you see, in which the problem behind that, there's good and bad things about that. The problem behind that is that if a large amount of people have a mindset, a persistent mindset, as Albert Einstein said, reality is a persistent illusion. If a large amount of people have this conglomerate mindset that such and such is going to happen, or a conglomerate characteristics, quality, uh, behavior, in action, then there'll be ramifications and reactions to that conglomerate field and body of people. Whereas if it was just one person causing a action where there's a reaction, it doesn't produce as much effect with a ripple, with the butterfly causing a hurricane at the other side of the world. You need a conglomerate and a mass of people thinking the same way. And this can be good, used for good, and this can be used for bad. What has been used for bad post 2020 is with the mainstream media pumping fear and worry and uncertainty and desperation into the minds of the people of the world, all revolving around a virus and the fear of death. And that is what the devil uses to captivate people and to enslave them, you see. So we still have this, as I mentioned in a previous video, the Wetiko virus, this slave mind that the mainstream media and all media outlets through the internet sources, which is based on an algorithm. This information is being fed to people and designed to cause people to believe and think a certain way. And when a majority of people believe a certain way, that such and such, like a virus, or like this country is evil, then it'll cause a greater ramification in the world. Its production will be more pertinent and impactful when the vast world is believing the same thing and thinking the same thing. So we can't have this. And the main engine that is pushing and causing this conglomerate mind, this consensus reality of fear, is the mainstream media, which I call the false prophet. You see, the false prophet causes the world to worship the Antichrist. You see, and what greater machine or greater tool causes people to worship, which is also meaning obey the Antichrist, or take the mark of the beast, the future mark of the beast. You understand that the majority of the world bow down to take the C shot, the C injection. Now, say that happened to you and it was confirmed this is the mark of the beast. Say that happens, then the majority of the world will have sold their life to Satan because of the fear and the push of the mainstream media. The false prophet is a dissemination machine, and all with its tentacles and heads. You see, the different news channels and different puppets that push this lie to people, and you were deceived. You believed in this narrative that caused you to be subjected to fear and doubt and depression and oppression. And you know what happens after oppression? It's possession, you see. So this is a serious problem. It's a serious problem. And the reason I'm talking about this is because why do we have these dreams circulating of nuclear bombs? So you know that the people in government are pushing the lid on what is good, what is right. They're no longer hooting back. They're doing all they can to disregard the things of God. They're doing all they can to push ungodly practices and laws in the world, to collapse the system of the world, and to push and start destruction, to cause chaos. And this chaos, purposely, is chaos will usher in a antichrist. Yes, it will. Because in that whirlwind of chaos, there will be a man to come in to bring things together, to bring peace. So they're purposely pushing and causing chaos. They want to collapse so they can cause things to be molded their way, you see. And for a antichrist to rise up. Because the antichrist will rise up from that chaos where everybody's looking for an answer. So in that moment of desperation, despair, they'll be willing to take and do anything. You see. So the reason why there could be nuclear bombs looming, it's a warning. It's a warning that judgment can be upon us. That if the people in government and if the people of the world and the citizens of those countries do not fight back and push against ungodliness and ungodly laws, and do not sleep on what's going on, then God will be forced to step back and allow judgment to happen. Because as the equation goes, pride comes before the fall. As I said in previous videos, these leaders and these governments have become too haughty, become too prideful. And judgment's coming swiftly to your house. But that is just a warning. These dreams are just warnings that we can turn things around if we shift the narrative, have a consensus reality in which we are believing and thinking and pushing in our actions or deeds or thoughts, righteousness, godliness, peace, tranquility, hope, the truth, not lies, then we can push back judgment on the world. Now this can happen. This can only happen if once people actually wake up. They have to realize what the problem is. To realize the problem is that you've been lied to. You've been lied to. You've been lied to pretty much everything since decades to centuries. You've been lied to. We understand that the devil is a father of lies. It's the system of the world is bred by lies and deception. Now all these businesses and all this way that people make money nowadays is through deception and fraud, legal fraud, through loopholes in which they strip people of their wealth. People have been stripped of their wealth. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. They're stripping people of their wealth. They're stripping people of their health. They're stripping people of their very happiness and of the truth, so that they don't know what is truth anymore, and they follow a lie. And it's taken away the relationships, the family. They're losing loved ones to death, diseases, and freak accidents, to curses and violence and murder. The whole system is corrupt. The system is absolutely corrupt. So we need a consensus reality where we stop pumping into the vacuum of space, who has all the information that weaves into all of the multi-universes to pump back to us a conglomerate new reality that at least allows us to have a world in which we can coexist, a world in which we don't see mass destruction, nuclear war that escalates to the brink of no return. We have to start choosing the right things and have a conglomerate consensus reality shift in our lives. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.